Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Nicole with Caleb's Mom Shop, and this is part 3 of my Christmas in July series. I am having so much fun and I am so excited to do this video with you. I have never done a tutorial on a lantern swag, so that is what we are going to be doing. If you have not already done so, please hit that subscribe button, and as we're going on, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave those in the comments. This series has been so great and so much fun. I'm having a blast. So keep a lookout for that video 5 I was talking about. If you are interested in catching the first 2 videos, in video 1, we made this gorgeous, whimsical wreath. I love it. You can catch that replay, that video. I will also be linking that in the description. And then we made these 2 decorative bows, like lantern bows. I'm gonna take this off because it's attached to a barrel right now. Because I needed to store it somehow. So yeah, you can check the replays or the videos. I will link those in the description of this video, but you are here to see my very first tutorial on how I go about making my lantern swags. These are so much fun and they're super simple. You don't need a lot of materials, number 1. 2, you're not cutting picks for the most part. The main thing you have to remember is you're just stacking your pieces together. And I will show you that as we go along in this tutorial. So come on. I have already cut down, these are gonna be the top of the swag, okay? And when I mean swag, it's gonna be like this with all of our elements underneath it, because I want this to be the top. And we're gonna eventually bend it so it hangs over a lantern. All right, so I'm gonna show you all of that in this fun, quick, easy tutorial. So whether or not you've made these before, you just wanna see how someone else does it, or you're looking to make one for yourself, for your home, or a gift, perfect gift idea, especially with the holidays. And it doesn't just have to be Christmas. It can be an everyday swag. It can be Thanksgiving, fall, Halloween, whatever you want to do. But for this particular video, because it is my Christmas in July series, that's what we're doing. So this is supposed to be longer. I've already cut it because I was playing around with it to make sure I knew what I was doing for you all. So I'm going to be using 2 of each of everything that I'm using, and you'll see why. So I have this. All right. I'm going to use 2 of those, and then this beautiful greenery I get every year at Hobby Lobby. I love it. And I'm just going to use 2 of these. You can see how long they are. And then I have some decorative picks, these red sequenced like leaves. And then just to add some greenery and some pine cones, I have these. So let's get going and assembling this. And again, I promise it's super simple. You'll know how to do it after this video, promise. And if you don't, leave me some questions in the comments. Tell me what I did wrong, okay? All right, so let's get you over. I'm gonna raise you up because I wanna make sure. All right, so there we go. So I'm gonna start with my bottom, or I'm gonna start, with my bottom layer, which is gonna be I know for a fact I'm gonna use these, okay? So I'm just gonna move them around and spread them out, okay? And do the same thing with this, spreading them out. Look at these leaves, all right? So that's gonna be the base, okay? And I have my lantern right here because I want to know exactly like how big I want it to be, okay? So when I eventually bend it, so I'm going to put these on top of each other, and usually like a hand width, like this. So I'm going to move those until it's like, so I can fit my hand like that, okay? And that's how I want them. So we're going to put that down, and what you're going to need is zip ties, lots of zip ties for this, and that's all you need. You don't need glue. We're gonna zip tie once You're gonna need a lot of zip ties. Okay. And 2. All right, so there you go. And then you can move these around as you want, because I want these leaves. So however you, there you go. Then you cut your zip ties, all right? So right now, this is what we have. See? Nothing special. Now I know I'm going to add these red decorative like glitter leaves on top of each side. And I want the greenery kind of to be like mixed in. So I'm gonna do that once. All right, you see that, how, and over here? And then you're gonna lay the second one. And I'm gonna cut this a little because it's a little long. So just cut that. And then we'll place this. Okay. And you're just playing with it. You're moving the greenery around. And it doesn't have to be identical, okay? You don't have to make it identical. Then I'm going to take another zip tie to make sure this is secure. I'm only going to do one because I'm going to alternate. All right. Now I want some more greenery. So those Hobby Lobby picks I talked about, you're going to move those around. 1 and 2. Again, you're just stacking. You are literally just stacking everything. Get some of the pine. And I'm just moving the, you know, some, because there's a lot of those, the red leaves. So I'm just moving everything around to get some of those leaves to pop out. Okay, I'm happy with that. And we'll do another zip tie. And you don't need to use as many zip ties as I am, but you know what? I'm very cautious when it comes to anything that I do. I just don't want there to be any issues. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. So take that as you will. Okay, and I will see, this is what we have so far. Okay. And now we're going to add the top layer, which are these, and I like them. They have like little ornaments, and they do have some of the pine, and that's why I added the first layer of pine. All right, so I'm gonna stack that right here. 1 and 2. Get those zip tied, and we are gonna add a bow. We cannot forget the bow. And again, this is super simple, and you can use as little or as many picks as you want. And you just layer them. That is the whole idea, is layering your picks, your stems, whatever you want to call them, on top of each other. And you move them around and adjust them. All right, move these ornaments. All right. And this is what we've got. And then when we decide to put it on our lantern, I'll do it like this. I want to make sure you guys can see. So we're going to do the bow, but I want to. All right. So there's our lantern. All right. And it'll go like that on top of it. And I will bend it a little so it's not, and again, a larger lantern would probably work better, but for my purposes, I'm not going to buy another lantern just for this. So if it was taller, you would get the, you know, and larger, but you can just hang it. And then we are going to like bend it in the middle to like, kind of like, so it like folds over the lantern. All right. But let's do the bow really quick. And it's going to be a very simple bow, okay? I just want to use these two, just green, red, and white. I thought the white would add a little like pop mix up all the green. So let's do that. All right, so let's do our bow. I'm going to put this aside. Okay, and this is going to be a very simple bow. Let's see, and and you would take your lantern, okay, and you want to see how long you want the tails to go. So I'm going to have two, they're going to be uneven, one longer than the other. So let's see, this is a good length. So let me see how long that is. So about 20 inches, okay. And I'm going to do I'm going to do 4 6-inch loops, okay? Oh, my fat arm. Okay. So 4 6-inch loops. I think I got this ribbon last year at the at-home store, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we have 4 loops, and I'm going to, again, cut the tail a little longer than the first tail. And you can adjust it as you go, okay? Then I'm going to take this red and white. I hope I have enough. It's going to be a little shorter than that tail, so a little shorter. So I'm going to do about 10 inches. And I'm going to do 2 5-inch loops. All right. And again, a little shorter than this. Yep. And then I'm going to go in, I want another, let's see, about a 15-inch tail. And I'm going to just do 2 5-inch loops with this as well. Again, nothing crazy, but still beautiful. Very, very traditional. If you have not noticed, I'm doing a lot of the traditional for my YouTube Christmas in July series. So and then you know what? I have this little piece of ribbon. Let's see what I can do with it. I'm going to put, yep, right in the center. There we go. I don't want that to go to waste. So, and you are going to take a zip tie. Okay. And your floral, you're going to use a floral wire to secure it onto your swag. And this is the most exciting part when I make these, is when I get the bow. When I get the bow all done and it's time to put it on the swag. So, and your floral, again, your floral wire is what we're going to, how we're going to attach it. See, and that is our bow. It's nothing, isn't that pretty? Oh, you can't even see. Ha! See, there's our bow. All right, now, you got some of that red. Okay. So we're done with that. Now we're going to place it on our swag. And my apologies with the camera. All right. And you're going to put the bow over all of those zip ties. So if you were worrying like, they're going to show, they will not show. Okay. And I'm going to show you a trick in just a second, how to make sure. See, and you're going to right in the center. Flip it. Okay. You are going to need your glue gun. I forgot to turn that on, so good thing we have a second. All right, and this is the swag. But we're not done, so let's move the bow. And you want to make sure those ornaments are shown. All right, so you might have to we're going to dovetail all of the ends of this ribbon. And if you decide to use like Ferris silk or some designer ribbon, you can always roll the tails. This is very budget friendly, which I love. So I am doing the dovetails. All right. Perfect. Now, the last thing you need to do, you don't have to, but I like to take some ribbon and because that's going to be too thick, I'm just going to cut. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You'll see why. Because then I'm going to glue it over, and that way, look at, it's going to cover the bottom of that, okay? And you know what? Nope. Reverse. I don't like how that turned out. Okay. So you're going to put some glue on your ribbon. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy with the glue. Okay? And then you're going to and again, this is going to, and if you have to cut a piece because it's too long, you cut that piece. And it doesn't have to be like perfect, but I don't want that, all those zip ties or, yeah, zip ties to be seen. All right. And now we get to put it on the lantern. Okay, ready? Isn't that pretty? And it's long, it's beautiful. Very traditional. And you can move these ornaments so they don't like, I mean, however you want. Okay. Really quick. You also, I knew I was forgetting something. You want to take this twine, and you're going to need like a pretty, about 30 inches. And you're going to put that underneath it, because that's what you're going to, how you're going to attach it. Whether or not you attach it to a lantern, you can even attach this to like a mantle. You're just going to underneath it. All right. And then you're just going to twist it. And now you have what you're going to attach it to. So now you have your lantern. don't want it like this. All right. So it's like this, okay? It's like literally sticking straight up. And what I like to do and we have a beautiful lantern swag. I will back up so you guys can see it. Sorry for the garbage can. But that is our lantern swag. All the sides. See? And now you can see how it's like curved a little. And you can bend it more if you want. Put it on a bigger lantern. But this is, and you can even, if you wanted, I think I'm going to. I'm going to take one of these ornaments off and I'm going to glue it in the middle of the bow because, well, I don't like the zip tie in the middle. And there you go. You can't even see the zip tie because you put the ornament. And there you go. And you have the bow hanging on this side. And you can trim it if you want. But there you guys go. Part 3 of my Christmas in July series with a lantern swag. I hope you enjoyed it. That was fun. I'm going to have to make some more. And you can also use, like, I was going to do one of these as well. Maybe I will. I don't know. But like these picks, if you want it super simple, because they already have pine cones and ribbons. So if you get like something like this, you can find, I think I got these at Jam Designs, but just, you know, stick them on top of each other and put like a little bow. You'll have to cut because these are long stems. But yeah, like that, and just put a bow right there, you have one. You don't have to, I mean, it's just basically stacking everything on top of each other, going from the bottom up. And you can make fun, whimsical ones. I mean, you can do anything with florals. But of course, this is Christmas in July, so that's what we did today. Thank you guys all so much for being here. This is so much fun. And as always, thank you for taking a few moments out of your day to spend it with me as I do something that I truly love, which is design beautiful pieces like this for you all. If you have not yet already done so, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, comment, all the good things. And I will be back soon with part 4. We are going to do a whimsical, like, elf swag wreath. It's going to be super fun, a little colorful. We're going to change up the theme a little bit. And we're going to be using some elf legs popping out on top, which will be super cute. This is an item that has done really well in my shop over the past 2 years, so I want to share that design with you all. So until next time, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.